Today marks 10 years since the start of the Syrian Civil War, with still no end in sight. The conflict has claimed an estimated 500,000 lives. More than 5 million others have been forced to leave their homeland, the vast majority finding asylum in neighboring countries such as Lebanon and Jordan. Some of their stories are captured in the new documentary, Being with Refugees. Here's a clip.
We'd asked ourselves what it meant to help these people, to help hundreds, thousands. To help millions of them, we'd asked ourselves if our help was needed, if it would make any difference. We found the answers to all our questions by looking into the eyes of these people. These are their faces. These are their eyes. This is their story.
And for more, we're joined now by Ruggero Romano, the founder of Movies Move Us. Ruggero, great to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you for having me. Too much appreciated. On behalf of Movies Move Us, sending a hug to you and to whoever is watching us right now.
Of course. So Being with Refugees is screening this week on Movies Move Us. Can you tell us more about the film and the filmmakers behind it?
Of course. Being with Refugees is a film by filmmakers Ludovico De Mestre and Massimiliano Manzo. They took their time in 2019 to travel to Lebanon and Jordan to tell the story beyond the fences of the refugee camps. It's extremely exciting because, as you mentioned today, it is an extremely meaningful day. It marks the 10-year milestone of the Syrian Civil War. So at Movies Move Us, we wanted to pay respect to this cause by hosting a virtual screening. It's an international online virtual event, bringing people together from all over the world to really celebrate this milestone with respect, with meaning, with purpose. And we're extremely proud to be doing this with incredible sponsors, with a Canadian-wide collaboration with our sponsors, and in deep collaboration with Villa Charities from Toronto. Big thanks to the great team in Toronto for supporting us and making this happen. I'm extremely excited to mention as well that we're partnering up with Lifeline Syria, devoted to the immigration of Syrian refugees in Canada. And the beautiful thing is that the audience, through the platform of this virtual screening, will be able to donate straight to Lifeline Syria. So this is really where films can become a bridge to meaningful action on the field.
Absolutely. And we know as well that documentary films have a history of making a social impact. What is the message behind Being with Refugees?
Well said, Nitu. There is definitely a lot of power, beauty, and magic in filmmaking and film. And this is our mission at Movies Move Us. It is to produce and distribute socially relevant films, to take meaningful stories out there in the world for meaningful impact. The beauty of Being with Refugees is that it's a wonderful, tender take on the refugee crisis, still taking us to the bitter truth that is happening across the world, but at the same time, with an educational, inspirational component that really makes it open for everyone. So whoever, it could be someone that is experienced about the topic or someone who knows not much about the topic. This is still a film that hugs you and welcomes you into the process. And this is why we love it so much. We are all about inclusivity and really extending our hug to people all over the world. And so this is really the juice and the substance of what we're trying to do here and what we're doing with this virtual event, kicking off today and being live for a whole week till Sunday.
And Ruggero, you mentioned that part of the proceeds do go towards directly helping refugees. Another partnership involves Villa Charities from Toronto. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Villa Charities has been we've been working in deep collaboration with Villa Charities to take this film out there in the world. And this is because the film is an Italian film, and through the cultural components of Villa Charities, we can work to utilize Italian culture to create meaningful change all around the world. And so Lifeline Syria, this is where Lifeline Syria comes in, and through the platform, the audience will be able to donate straight to Lifeline Syria, and this is really meaningful to us. And if there is something that COVID has been teaching us, is that distance is not an excuse to disregard human suffering. Whether you're sitting 1 meter away from me or you're standing on the other side of the world, your suffering is my suffering. And we have to take responsibility on the global suffering that is happening behind the chaos of COVID. So this event is to bring people together. We cannot allow ourselves to forget. And so we stand together, looking at global issues straight in the eyes, and we don't take COVID as an excuse to forget about them.
Such a powerful message. And on that note, How can people find out more or buy tickets?
Thank you for mentioning that, Nitu. Definitely everything can be found, all the details can be found on our website, on moviesmoveus.com. From there will be links that redirect to the specific event page. And I really want to mention how important this is for us all to come together as a statement, as a symbol of unity in spite of the hardship that we are going through as a species globally. And it starts small. It starts by supporting our communities. We want to save the world, but first we have to save our communities. And so this is the first way, the first step to really committing personally and collectively to a cause that might be beyond the reach of our hands, but it's definitely within the reach of our hearts.
Such an inspiring message. We'll leave it there. Again, that is Ruggero Romano, the founder of Movies Move Us, joining us this afternoon. Ruggero, thank you so much again for your time.
Thank you for your time. A big hug to all of you out there.